Hello and welcome to Boston South Station. Today we're climbing aboard Amtrak's brand new next generation Acela on its inaugural revenue service. This is it, the future of American high-speed rail. The NextGen Acela is here, and we're riding its very first journey from Boston to Washington, D.C. Faster, sleeker, and more advanced than anything the Northeast Corridor has ever seen. So come with me as we climb aboard these brand new high-speed trains. Before we take a look at the future, we need to take a look at the past. The original Acela launched in 2000 as America's first true high-speed train. It hit 150 miles per hour and brought tilting technology to the Northeast Corridor, but it came with trade-offs: heavy, maintenance-intensive, and not always the most reliable. Fast forward 2 decades and it's time for an upgrade. Amtrak partnered with Alstom in 2026 for 28 new train sets, and after years of development and delays, the NextGen Acela is finally here. Our journey begins here at Boston South Station, the northern terminus for the Northeast Corridor, the busiest rail line in the United States. Opened in 1899, South Station serves trains from Boston's MBTA commuter rail, Amtrak's Northeast Regional, and Acela high-speed services, ranking as the 7th busiest railway station in North America. And today, it serves as the starting point for the first ever revenue service of Amtrak's NextGen Acela. Despite the grandeur of the station building, the interior has certainly seen better days. The dimly lit station hall with its cracked floor and exposed ductwork is less than picturesque. Normally, first-class passengers would have access to the Metropolitan Lounge here in Boston. Unfortunately for us, the lounge opens at 5:45 a.m., and with our 5:55 a.m. departure, there's no time to check it out. While we're here early, the station is getting ready to welcome the start of service. A DJ booth is getting set up and the media are filming their opening segments for the morning news. A pair of headlights appear at the end of the platform and in pulls our train, Amtrak's Next Generation Acela. Here it is, the future of American high-speed rail. Alstom designed, American manufactured, a partnership set to change the American perspective on high-speed rail. The new livery, sleek curved sides, and powerful aerodynamic front end give this train a presence unlike any other on American railroads. And today we get to be a part of history, the first ever train in revenue service. The anticipation is palpable. Train enthusiasts and commuters alike are gathering to witness this inaugural departure. The first boarding call for train 2153, the inaugural NextGen service, is made, and it's time to get on board. We're traveling in first class, found in Car 1. A red door and red carpet welcome us on board, and stepping inside, we leave the past behind, arriving in the modern age of rail travel. The improvements are immediately apparent. The interiors are brighter and spacious, with wide leather seats and large windows running the length of the car. Gone are the dark, dingy interiors of yesteryear, replaced by sleek, modern upholstery. This really feels like a huge step forward for Amtrak. We're traveling today in seat 13C, a window seat on the double side of the train. Getting settled in, our Acela comes to life, rolling out of Boston to begin its first ever 7-hour and 5-minute ride down to Washington, D.C. And as we set off, I want to thank everyone who filmed our train. There were so many of y'all who came out to help get footage for the channel, and I'll shout everyone out at the end of the video. Our journey begins with a high-speed run out of Boston. We'll reach 160 miles per hour for the first time in revenue service, our high-speed running interrupted by a brief stop in Providence. Now in Connecticut, we hit the slow, curvy part of the corridor, our top speed restricted as we wind our way down the coast. Our stop in New York is the only extended one, the corridor then crossing into New Jersey for its second 160 mile per hour blast towards Philadelphia. We make a brief stop in Wilmington, cruise through Maryland to Baltimore, and then head south to arrive in Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, at the end of the line. We'll cover a total of 457 miles on our ride today, with a travel time of 7 hours and 15 minutes. Leaving the Boston metro area behind, we pick up speed as we reach the higher speed lines of the Northeast Corridor. While we're just minutes away from reaching our new top speed, we have to make a quick pit stop first at Route 128. We pick up a few passengers, the doors slide shut, and we head south once again, though this time our sights are set on a new top speed, 160 miles an hour. We accelerate up to 130, 140, 150, and then, for the first time in revenue service, 160 miles an hour. We are now officially the fastest train in North America. The 10-mile-an-hour increase may not be a huge jump, but it finally means that the US is moving in the right direction for true high-speed rail. Combine these increased speeds with the planned upgrades from the NEC 2035 plan, and journey times will continue to fall across the Northeast. Providence is our first major stop heading south. Serving only the two Amtrak services in the MBTA Providence line, Providence Station is on the smaller side for a major city. Departing Providence, we're handed a few goodies for the inaugural service day. A certificate, pen, pin, and sticker, all commemorating this historic day. South of Providence, we climb back up to 160 miles an hour. Even when cruising at 160, the trains are quiet and comfortable. There's still a few bumps from the Northeast Corridor, but there's hardly any noise from outside, the track smoothed out by the improved suspension. Acela is Amtrak's premier train, and first class is its top service level, so let's see what it's all about here on the new trains. Operated in a 2x1, first class features 40 seats in a fixed layout of airline and table seating. Legroom is generous, with plenty of space to stretch out, room under the seat for a bag. There's even a footrest, though honestly it's better suited for shorter riders. The tray table folds down as you'd expect, but finally we have the upgrade we've wanted for years, a proper cup holder. The small cup holder flips down from the seat back and is perfectly sized for Amtrak's coffee cups. Charging your devices used to mean awkwardly reaching for a wall socket, but not anymore. Every seat now has its own outlet and USB port right where you need them. Each seat includes a winged headrest for improved privacy and comfort, and over-the-shoulder reading light built in. The seats are the largest change from the old train sets. Each is ergonomically formed for improved comfort, with the seat bottom scooching forward instead of reclining. Table seats include the same suite of reading light and PowerPoints, but with a large workspace between the two rows. Luggage storage comes in two forms. The first are luggage towers at the ends of each car, with the second being overhead luggage racks, which are deep enough to hold small suitcases. Passenger information screens are found all over the train, with information presented above the aisles and on the walls of each cabin. The service area for first class has been moved to the end of Car 2, freeing up space for more first class seats. As a result, first class only loses 2 seats, down to 40 from 42 on the previous trains. First class comes not only with improved seating, but also with improved service. First class passengers are tended to by a dedicated car attendant who brings us a welcome drink in the menu for our journey. I went with an iced vanilla latte to start, the glass fitting perfectly in the new cup holder. The menu, although not very long, rotates every 3 months, allowing regular passengers to experience different flavors on their daily commutes. Passengers are given 1 meal for each half of the corridor, with New York City being the halfway point. Drinks are complimentary to first-class passengers. Amtrak offers a wide variety with everything from liquor and cocktails to the usual selections of soda and coffee. For breakfast, I went with the bacon and onion omelet, served with a side of potatoes, a croissant, and a glass of iced coffee. Amtrak's Acela dining went through a major overhaul earlier this year, and the results are immediately apparent. We're served on proper dishware with Acela-branded silverware, our drinks served in a stemless wine glass. The food has also seen a step up. Our omelet is savory, the bacon inside crispy, the side of potatoes seasoned with a flavorful blend of spices. I gotta say, it's a great way to start the morning. The Connecticut coast is a fantastic place to experience one of the less visible improvements to the new Acelas, Alstom's Tiltronix Active Tilting. Tiltronix is a predictive tilting system, designed to increase cornering speeds on existing infrastructure, with Alstom advertising 30% higher speed through bends. Although the maximum tilt angle of 6.3 degrees has been reduced by 0.2 degrees from the previous generation, the predictive nature of the tilting allows trains to run faster through corners. While the section through Connecticut is slow, it's easily the most scenic portion of the journey. We cross countless rivers as we head south, the corridor dancing along with the winding coastline. New Haven is our next stop, the station serving Amtrak's Acela and Northeast Regional and a variety of local services from CT Rail and Metro North. Cars 2 through 5 and 7 through 9 are all business class. Operated in a 2x2, the layout feels open with big windows and winged headrests for privacy. Legroom is comfortable with the footrest, a nice touch for shorter riders. Each seat sees the same tray table, cup holder, pocket, reading light, and easily accessible power points as in first class. The winged headrests have changed from red to blue, the seat upholstery changed to a full light gray. For passengers wanting to work on the go, table seating remains, with plenty of space to work while on the move. Right in the middle of business class is the café car. The café car features a new self-service layout. Passengers grab and pick out items before paying at the counter. It's an interesting take on the café car idea, aimed to speed things up. Once things are in full swing, Amtrak will add a self-service checkout kiosk to help improve cafe throughput even more. And if you don't want to head to the café car, then Amtrak has you covered. A new addition to service on board is the cart service, bringing goods from the cafe directly to your seat in business class. Many Acela passengers take the train across the Northeast for work. To help increase their productivity, Amtrak has included 5G-enabled Wi-Fi to the new trains. Connecting to the network takes only a few steps, and I have to say, the speeds are staggering. We're seeing network speeds of 126 megabits per second, which is more than fast enough to stay connected and productive while on board. Bathrooms on the NextGen Acela are located at the ends of each car. All bathrooms on the NextGen trains are ADA compliant, with one per car bar the cafe. The bathrooms are incredibly spacious with handles all over and conveniently located controls for passengers with disabilities. The sink, soap, and hand dryer are all touchless, above which is a large mirror with built-in vanity lighting. Unfortunately, the system for the sink, soap, and dryer are all hooked up to the same pneumatic line, so only one can work at a time. This means waiting for the water to turn off to get soap or dry your hands, which is very annoying. Besides that, the bathrooms are very nice, and hopefully they'll remain this way for the duration of their service life. Easily my favorite portion of the entire Northeast Corridor comes just north of New York City. From the elevated line, we get a stunning view of the Manhattan skyline and the Robert F. Kennedy Bridge. We dip into the darkness beneath the East River, our train emerging into the platforms of New York Penn Station. Right as we arrive, train 2154, the northbound NextGen service, pulls in on track 14. Amtrak's NextGen Acela was designed and manufactured by French company Alstom. A part of the Avelia family of high-speed trains, the NextGen Acela is also known as the Avelia Liberty, the train specifically designed for the North American market. Its sister train, the Avelia Horizon, aka the TGV M, is a double-decker variant designed for SNCF in France. Stepping back aboard, our train pulls out of New York City. Breaking into the daylight of New Jersey, we cross the Hackensack River, where we see the immense progress on Portal North Bridge. Portal Bridge, over which we travel, is one of the oldest structures on the Northeast Corridor. With its 60-mile-per-hour speed limit and propensity for getting stuck open, the bridge is known for causing massive delays. Portal North Bridge is Amtrak's answer to all of these problems. The new fixed-span bridge will increase top speeds from 60 to 90 miles an hour and remove the need for the bridge to open for marine traffic. The construction progress is immense. All three arches are in place, as are many of the electrical support structures and even track across the new bridge. Progress continues as Amtrak aims for an opening date sometime in March of 2026. Newark Penn Station comes and goes, our train scheduled to stop in Metro Park a few miles down the line. New Jersey holds the only other segment of 160-mile-per-hour track. From New Brunswick to Trenton, Acela trains can reach their top speed. We hit 160, the scenery whipping by the windows. Just before arriving in Philadelphia, we pass by Amtrak's Race Street Yard, the main storage facility for the NextGen train sets. For years, the new train sat waiting, teasing the public, and now finally they're in service, and man does it feel good to be among the first passengers ever to ride on board. The second half of the journey means we're served our second meal on today's trip. The menu is shifted from breakfast to lunch and includes 4 options: a cheese and fruit plate, Korean barbecue short rib, and a strawberry and goat cheese salad. There's also an exclusive option brought to us through Amtrak's partnership with Star Restaurants, a charred bobo chicken. Our service starts with a bowl of nuts and a drink, followed by our main course. I had to go with the Star Restaurant option. Our lunch served with a wine pairing, roll, and a lemon ricotta cheesecake for dessert. The chicken is cooked to perfection, the verde sauce adding a welcome tang. The roll is standard issue, the cheesecake dessert adding a sweet note to wrap everything up. And from what I saw from others who ordered the short rib, that too looks delicious. Clearly there's no way you can go wrong here. Now, the new trains are cool, but what do the improved speeds mean for journey times along the corridor? Well, as of now, not much. The NextGen Acelas are said to complete the Boston to DC run 10 minutes faster than the current Acelas, which means a minimum journey time of 6 hours and 30 minutes when operating on the fastest train. This is mainly down to the outdated infrastructure across the corridor. Sure, the 10-mile-an-hour speed increase is great, but it can only take effect on 32 miles of the 457-mile corridor. The rest of the time savings comes from the active tilting and increased cornering speed. Now, the journey time may not be decreasing that much, but with the increased capacity and 28 trains set to enter service by 2027, Acela passengers can expect more daily departures and more easily accessible services, improving service across the Northeast. We pause briefly in Baltimore, taking on a few passengers before powering south for the final leg into Washington, D.C. Now, these new trains aren't without their teething problems, some small and some major. Our train was in working order for most of the journey. The only big problem came when the first-class bathroom was taken out of service, the reason for which was unknown. 2154, our northbound sister train, saw some much worse problems. It started with gap filler retraction problems early into the trip before evolving into full-blown door failure after New York. Eventually, the conductors on 2154 opted to use the emergency door release to open a few doors along the train. While this certainly isn't a good look, these are new trains and kinks are to be expected. Now, kinks as big as door failure indicate a major underlying problem, so hopefully Amtrak and Alstom can get that sorted. Now, the seats. Having ridden in first class for the full 7 hours, I have to say they're definitely a bit firm. There were points where I could feel my butt falling asleep, which is less than ideal on a first class train. Plus, the recline, while innovative, hinges too low to give me proper lumbar support. The first problem should go away with time. As is the case with any new seat, they need to be broken in, so give it a few months and I'm sure they'll be more than comfortable. The second problem can't really be fixed. While I appreciate the new design for keeping the next seat out of my personal space, the change will definitely take some getting used to for frequent riders. Our high-speed running comes to an end as we approach Washington, D.C. The DC Metro butts up alongside the tracks on approach to the station, our NextGen Acela pulling to a stop at the end of its inaugural revenue service. The first generation Acela took the first step for high-speed rail in the US, and the next gen is ready to take the torch and take it far. The NextGen Acela is absolutely amazing, even if there are a few issues. They not only look great both inside and out, but the passenger-oriented improvements, enhanced comfort and onboard service, and of course the increased top speed, means these trains are ready to set in motion a rail revolution across the Northeast. Now, what better way to end our journey than in DC's incredible Union Station? The stunning train hall makes a perfect place to bring today's video to a close. I hope you've enjoyed our first-class ride on Amtrak's NextGen Acela. These trains are amazing and truly are a step forward for rail travel in the United States. Finally, the US has a modern solution to high-speed rail, moving us one step closer to true high-speed service. Before we leave off, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to everyone who filmed our train. I want to extend a massive thank you to Chelsea for our departure shot in Boston, Sam MBTA Trains and Crossroad Rail Fanning Productions for the shots at Hyde Park, NA Rail Fanning Productions for the footage from Route 128, Classy Whale and more importantly his wife Calcudon for the flyby at Mansfield, Scotty for the departure footage from New Haven, Buses, Subways and Trains for the arrival at New York Penn, West of Hudson Studios for the shot at Newark, Aidan McPherson 5018 for the flyby at Metuchen, and Railfan Schluffy for the amazing flyby at Princeton Junction. Y'all are amazing and I can't thank you enough for all the incredible footage of our train. Links to everyone who filmed today will be in the description below and please go check them out. They're all awesome people. Anyways, if you're new around here, I would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button down below. It's totally free and it really helps support the channel. I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to my loyal patrons and members. Y'all are amazing and your incredible generosity is greatly appreciated. If you too want your name in the video or just want to support the channel in more ways than one, then head on over to the links in the description below. But anyways, that's all I have for today. Thanks for riding with me, and I'll see you in the next one.